Going to draw this fairy here. She's the flying fairy, and she comes from a series of fairies that I've designed for this month in October. They come in a book where you can learn to draw step by step, and each page I guide you through every single image step by step. And with that, on YouTube, I will have a video for every single drawing showing you exactly how to go about it, so you can have the book or have the sheets and follow along. The book's available from Amazon and my website, the link is below, or if you sign up for Patreon, I will be releasing a book every single month with a different theme, and on Patreon there will be bonus videos showing you how to paint and colour and just do other fancy things with all the drawings. So hopefully I'll see you over there. The links are below. So let's get started. I have drawn a little bit of a background, a faint background for me, just because when I'm doing them, every single time I draw them, it turns out different. So it's very difficult to get it exactly the same. So what I've done is I've just, I want you to see it done exactly. When you do it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can be different, but because I'm showing you how to do it, I need to show you how to do it exactly the same. So we're going to start with the first picture, which is on the screen now. So we're going to start with her, I think we'll start with her face. So we start with just a little bit of a straight line and then a little nose coming down. And then just come down, and that's the bottom of her chin. And you can draw a little mouth in there if you wish. Then her neck is a curve down to her waist. And then there is another curve from her dress. Now, to do her dress, we come up like that. It's not horizontal really, but a bit of a slant on it, and then it curves round like so. Then we can have sleeves on her arm like this, and drawing just a little finger. At the end of the day, it doesn't need to be like perfect detail. We're going for illustration here rather than realism. So we're going to draw the bottom of her sleeve and then around there. Now what I will suggest is keep looking at the image. You'll have it in front of you hopefully. I'm going to draw in the bands on her. She's got like a waistband with some lines on, and these lines are just telling the story that there is movement and shape, and it's 3D, it's not flat. So these drawings will help you to draw more realistically, not realism, but more realistic as in not flat drawings, and it will have a bit of movement and life to them. Okay, so there's all the lines done there. Then we have to bring down her dress and literally just follow the lines round, and then the top line is almost flat, but just give it a wiggle so that it has a bit of movement. And then we have her leg and her foot poking out the bottom. Again, we just want some wavy lines in there. You can put them wherever you want them. This just gives us the impression of some movement. There we are. Please do say hi if you are there. It is my first proper live, so it would be lovely if you could say hi. Let me know who you are, where you are, what stage you're at in your journey of art. And then we can just draw another foot around there. Okay, so that's her pretty much done on that one. So step 3 now. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That was the last one I did. Step 3 is all about her hair and her face. Hang on a minute. I think I've skipped one. It's just her hair. Just going to sharpen my pencil because we've got some detail to do. And it goes down quite quickly. So here we are. Her hair is basically a series of little C's in a pattern. And so we're just going to come around and give her some fringe there. And that's it basically. That's the outline. Now inside her hair, she's just got little petals, little flowers. She's a flower fairy after all. Not one of the official ones, obviously. Just one of my made-up ones. Okay, and then we're going to just give her... So we've got the flowers in there, but we need to make the hair look as curly as possible. So to do that, we're just going in and drawing C's amongst each other, little clusters of them, because what that does is create the curls in her hair and gives it some life and tells the person looking at it the story of her having curly hair. And that really is how I look at things whenever I'm drawing, is, does this actually say this is curly hair? Right, then we need to move on to the next step, which is her face this time. She has a little line here which guides her cheekbone. Then she's got an eye. Now the eye, I think, is quite big on there. But let's just try and get one in and not, that's it. We didn't want it to be too big. And then we'll put an eyebrow in as well. There. Perfect. So now we just need to pop on some freckles. I think we need to make her nose a bit clearer, that's it, and actually give her some lips. So, because at the moment she doesn't have any lips. So let's give her some lips. We don't all know they look scary. We don't want them looking like that. They're way too big and dark. Be careful how you do it because it's really easy to get them wrong. Okay, so she's got a mouth here. Just a suggestion of lips. Okay. So that's that step done as well. Face done, hair done. Now for the wings. So the wings start at the back of her head, basically. And you come up and create almost like a V to come down, like an upside down V. And then you go round the inside as well. And that's one wing done. And then the other wing cuts through that one because they're so delicate and transparent, these wings. You can see the other one through the other one. I'm just checking that I'm getting it all right. Yep. So here I need to draw a wing that comes underneath. So these are the smaller wings, and then there's another one here and it comes under. So you can kind of see that she has her 4 wings. Now at the top, this is how I would do it. Just draw the little circles down and create some lines. And that gives the impression of like veins. And then in different places, you can draw some horizontal lines, draw some circles just to give it some detail. So again, I'm going to do the same here. Just drawing in the circles, as you can see, and I'm just wiggling the lines down to where the root of the wing will be, right on the back. So all the way down. I'm going to draw some horizontal lines as well, and then some more circles. And yeah, and then we just need to do the ones underneath. We don't need to do too much with those because we can't really see them, but just a similar kind of pattern. You don't have to do it exactly as it is on there. I haven't. Like I said, even though I had the outline drawn out, I still haven't copied it exactly. And that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I just need to correct her foot a bit. There we are. Now, thing is, you can go in and back and forth, constantly correcting things, and that's fine. Okay, so the next stage is not that one. This one. So it's the tree, the lake, the grass. It's all of the natural beauty around her. So we're going to start with the tree, and it starts with her feet, comes up to her dress, and then it kind of just comes all the way up till close to the end of her wings. Imagine it cutting through, and then just draw it coming down like that. And then another one there. And that's kind of showing that that's where some branches are, because in a minute we're going to draw in some leaves. Couldn't think of the word. Leaves. And then what I'm going to do here is draw in a gap in the tree, which shows that this is a branch. So to draw the leaves is quite simple. It's almost just little scribbly marks. Okay. Try not to do it like I just did, like in lines. Make sure that they are kind of all over the place. You can make them like little curves if you really want to do detail, but make sure you're just dotting them around all over the place so that you're getting that shape in. If you start to do patterns with them, like I just did, it won't look right. But it does give the impression that there's something there, so that's all right. Yeah, So do the same up here. Like, I'm not really copying anymore, I'm just going with the flow, just drawing some tree-like shapes, because when you step away it looks like trees more than it does when you're kind of looking so close up. It always looks better once you've stepped away. It always looks a bit more real. There we are. I'm moving my hand now further back and kind of just doing some more loose ones. Yeah, you could even have some just falling off. Can't see, can you? There we go. Right, so now we've done that, there is like a bush in here that comes up just here above the tree. And I don't really want to draw it how it is drawn there. I'm just going to come in and draw it like that. Okay. Now, this is where we just need to come in with some curves and some lines and make it look like a tree. And I'm going quite quickly because I want it to be natural. I don't want to worry about it too much. Yeah, so just try and go with the flow with it. I mean, you can copy exactly what's on the sheet, or you can do what I'm doing and just go for it. Do some little swirls in there because they're like the little knots that you get in the wood. Okay, so that's a tree done. The lake is next, the river that she's flying over. So here we are. We'll draw the back line there, and then all you have to do with this really is it's swirls, but it's kind of like swirls that are horizontal, so that you always get that feeling of the flow of water. Keep the lines horizontal. You could just have some wiggly lines like that. Just going to put some in there. And then do as many as you like. You can do some little ones as well. Kind of shows that it's rippling. Okay, so that's the river done. And then at the foreground, lots and lots of just grasses. Now I would say start at the bottom of the grass with your pencil and flick up, and don't think too much about it. Just make sure you're sometimes flicking that way, sometimes flicking that way. You're doing short ones, long ones, middle size, just lots of shapes and in lots of direction. And also make sure you're crossing some over. What you don't want is like long straight lines all the same, going in all the same direction. Have a patch where it's really short and then it gets really long again, like that. Yeah, just mix them in. So you start like that, curl, curl, and then like curl somewhere. I want to do some bigger ones on the edge. There we go. So that's the grass back. Last stage is really just about decoration. She has a moon right here just behind her, so you can draw that one in. And from the moon there are some lines to try and show that the moon is sparkling. And then we've got little stars out in the background, so you can choose whether you want to have them or not. You don't have to. And there's also like lots of little, I would draw little stars like that as well, just little crosses twinkling away, as well as normal drawn stars. And they are actually drawn in, but as I've said before at the beginning, I will be doing not just the drawn versions from my book. There will also be some painting ones as well. They will be in time-lapse on YouTube, but the full-length ones will be over at Patreon. So if you sign up for a small fee, you'll get the book, all the downloadables to print. A book is only for UK, and there'll be so many more videos there showing you how to paint and colour in and everything else. And I'm hoping it'll grow and it'll be a really nice community, so do come along. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Please could you subscribe if you haven't already, and like and comment as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've done today. So hopefully see you next time in some of our colouring.